Okay, says Ringwalk Media. It's Manchester, it's fight week, another Matchroom fight week, which means, of course, Campbell Hatton's going to be fighting. Nice to see you again, mate.
Yeah, it's just bet everyone's sick of seeing me at the minute. Third one in 3 months.
Well, you tell you what, you're making the Manchester Arena a bit of your home, aren't you?
Yeah, and long may it continue. It's I'm always excited for the fights, and it's been a buzz going around so many different venues, but there is something special, I think, about the Manchester Arena, and especially with it being a homecoming a little bit where you get all my friends and family coming to support and all the city behind me. There's nothing better.
Well, listen, tell us about this fight. It's another 8-rounder, I believe. Have you got the same opponent for a change?
Yeah, I've got another 8-rounder where we've had the same opponent for, I think it's been about 5 weeks, so he's had plenty of notice, and we've been able to get a good little game plan together, because I don't think at this stage of your career you can sometimes be up against the unknown a little bit, whereas we've seen a bit of this lad, and we've got a southpaw, the first one I'll be facing as a professional, so we have been able to put a little bit of a game plan together. We've got things that we know are going to work, and just things that the preparation's been absolutely bang on. The best I've had, even though you hear it from every fighter every time, it's been the best I've had without a doubt. I think the back-to-back training camps has done me the world of good, where we've just been constantly at it, and the sparring I've had's been absolutely world class for this one. So just can't wait to get in there.
We saw some of that sparring a couple of weeks ago when you were with our friend Jazza Dickens was over there. He's a dodgy southpaw, and that was very interesting. Yeah,
great rounds for me. I think whether fighting a southpaw or not, doing 10 rounds with Jazza is just valuable experience, regardless of the opponent for this fight. And
you did 12 actually, I think, didn't you?
I don't know. I think there was a bit of messing about. Matt kept saying one more, so that was a bit of a pain in the arse. But
we counted 12.
Oh, I'll take that then. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, so we had Jazza, got plenty of rounds in with Maxi Hughes last week. We've done plenty with Kez Ashfaq. So the company I've been operating with leading up to this is just going to stand me in a great position for this opponent.
Well, this is kind of a crossroads now, because you've had 11 fights. You're going to go on to the 10 rounders hopefully after this one, I would assume, and it must be you've always sort of said I'm not in any rush, but come towards sort of the last part of this year, you've got to be looking at some kind of area title or an English title. This is the time now when you step it up, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm chomping at the bit for it. Like I've got full faith in my team around me, my dad, Matt, 258, Matchroom, that they won't rush, because I'd happily fight for a title tomorrow, but I know it don't obviously work like that, and you can't leave it to the fighter, but I'd say there is no rush. I'm still only 22, but if I'm ready for it, I want to take it straight away. Like, I don't want to hang about at the same time, so I think a title of some sort this year, well within me reach, get a few 8-rounders under my belt, and then we start kicking on.
Now listen, it's a cracking card, and of course Lara Wood too, hotly tipped to go a long way, I think, this fight, and the winner of course gets probably Josh Warrington, as Eddie confirmed last week. What do you think about the main event?
Yeah, I was there for the first fight, and I just thought Lee boxed perfectly up until that shot. I thought he was hitting Lara with enough to get his respect and to keep him from just coming forward and bulldozing, but not getting too greedy where he was leaving himself in the firing line too much. But it was just that split second that it takes someone like Lara to get a knockout punch in there, and I think over 12 rounds to say you're not going to switch off for a second's a big ask. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little bit of a repeat where Lee Wood's winning the fight and gets tagged again. But I wouldn't change anything really if I was Lee. I thought what he was doing was working perfectly, but just don't switch off. But it's, like I say, a lot easier said than done, especially when you are having success.
Now listen, there's another up-and-coming star in your family, isn't there? Young Jack. He's doing all right, isn't he?
He's got it in for me, I think, as well. We had a little spar, and possibly took a few liberties, didn't I? But so the spar happened the week before Christmas, and he weren't speaking me still till New Year. So I think he wants to get a little bit of payback soon.
You got him back as well because you left him hanging, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, he'll be getting that again if he carries on being cheeky as well.
But he's had like 15, 16 fights and won like 14 of them, I think, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's doing really well, and it was quite a shock to us all, really, because he was just always football mad. And like, I think he did the interview with yourself where he said around about the time I turned pro, like sort of gave him the little bit of interest, and he just absolutely loves it, and he's dedicated. To say he's only 14, he does live the life. He's non-stop, and like that it reminds me of what I was like as a kid, because I was just obsessed and like sort of training like a little pro from being around about the same age, and that's the way you've got to be. It's easy around them, probably a little bit older than Jack is, but he's not far off the age where you start getting the little distractions where you'd rather be out with your mates and stuff like that, and going out getting a bird and that, and Lila coming up to her 5th birthday shows I didn't mess about. But I was
going to say.
yeah, but he as long as he can keep it up and carry on doing what he's doing, I think he'll do really well in the sport.
Now listen, you've renamed that body shot, yeah, the Campbell Hatton. I was with Ricky on Sunday and he's not happy about that.
It's a shame, innit? Sounds like a you problem, Dad.
A you problem. Well, listen, mate, we hope that that's one of the shots that you're using on the weekend, Saturdays. You can get somebody out of there again. We're looking forward to this one. We always love it because it kind of reminds us of, you know, the days when Rick came out as well. But you're doing it in your own style, so we're really looking forward to it, mate. And fingers crossed you get another victory and on to the 10 rounders.
Yep, nice one, mate.
Thanks, Campbell.